All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. Happy Sunday and welcome to the month of December. Today is the 15th of December. Of course, you know that by next week, I gonna congratulate. As it be information just dropped on my table. You yourself, as I drop this information, make your own investigation because people usually say a lot of things. But as it drop, now so I got the drop information dropping on my table is that Finland government has freed Simon Ekpa's asset to detain him in Kalmakosi, one of the world's toughest prison. I think people who are releasing this kind of information are people who are truly against Ekpa because nobody, a suspect, has not yet become a culprit until proven. So as it is, I believe that Ekpa is still on trial and he cannot be sent to prison just like that. But meanwhile, let me bring you the full detail of the information as they go, because I would like to update you whether the ones in the sabo, because this information look like sabos, but I will still bring it to you so that you will know what is happening. Finnish authorities have frozen the assets of Simon Ekpa, the self-proclaimed Biafra agitator. Ekpa, who is facing allegation of terrorism-related activities, have been in detention for several weeks. The Finnish government has also frozen the assets of companies linked to Ekpa and 4 of his accomplices who are also in remand. But before I continue, these people that are always writing this thing, who are these other 4 accomplices that their name has not yet been mentioned? Their name has not yet been mentioned. As it is, a local newspaper, Yield, confirmed development, further stating that Ekpa is being held in Kalmakoski Vankila prison, which is known to be one of the world's toughest prisons. Kalmakoski prison, a high security facility, is located in Vanhamanti, Akka, Finland. It is likely that Ekpa may spend the Christmas and New Year holidays in detention, given the stance taken by the Finland's authority. But before we digress into that particular matter, before we digest it, let me digress a little. Another information just dropped that the new Biafra leader Ngozi Orabueze to be charged for mass murder. But before we go to that one, let me bring this information to you so that you can see what is happening. There is strong indication that the new Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, could be charged for mass murder in the United States following the killing of innocent civilians in the southeast under the guise of Biafra agitation. Dr. Orabueze, the chief of staff to Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, toppled his principal barely a month after he was thrown into prison for terror-related activities by the Finnish government. News bands reported that Ekpa, the leader of the autopilot, was taken into custody in November alongside 4 others suspected to be his financiers. Moreover, Ngozi, after taking over the baton of leadership from Ekpa, has continued to incite and fuel insecurity in the southeast region. Recently, she was seen in a video footage threatening to kill anybody in the southeast region wearing police, army, immigration, and civil defense uniform. Despite repeated calls and appeals from political stakeholders and leaders of thought in the troubled region, urging Orabueze and their bandwagons to desist from their violent Biafra campaigns and their blatant refusal to heed to wise counsel, IPOB political wing has formally lodged a petition to the United States Department of Justice against Dr. Orabueze. The damning petition, which was cited by this paper, called on the United States Department of Justice to immediately arrest and charge Dr. Oraboeze, a practicing nurse in the United States, with mass murder. IPOB political wing in the petition urged that Ngozi's war utterances and action have resulted in the death of civilians, security operatives, obstructed education, and destroyed business in the southeast region of Nigeria. However, speaking exclusively in news band on the position, Nwachukwu Emeronye, the spokesperson of IPW, said that the group is taking steps which they deem proactive to ensure all forms of insecurity and terror are eradicated in the southeast. Nwachukwu confirmed that the group wrote a petition to the United States Department of Justice against Oraboeze. According to him, IPOB political wing categorically stated in the petition that incident from the implicated figure is costing the region's peace. The image maker of IPOB political wing added that they believed U.S. Department of Justice will act upon their petition and bring those inciting others to kill and destabilize Igbo land to justice. He said in order to ensure that peace is restored to Ali Igbo, who are making the necessary step which we deem proactive to ensure all forms of insecurity and terror are eradicated. We plan to restore political pathway and believe where through the ballot box we can peacefully aspire and make the change our people yearn for. We have 7 killing and all forms of terrorist activities in our land. We have resolved to end it and we have started with the actors. We have written a letter to the United States Department of Justice against Oraboeze, who has taken over from Simon Ekpa. We have clearly stated in the letter that incitement from the implicated figure is costing us peace and law. We need to stop all forms of incitement. We want Biafra, but not through shedding innocent blood and killing. We don't want it anymore. We are civilized and we hope to go through this with common sense. We wish the U.S. Department of Justice will act upon our letter and bring those inciting others to kill and destabilize our land to justice. All right, una don't see as it happen. Well, remember the other time when the first time I read to you about this IPOB political wing. After I read it to you, Ima Powerful, who is the spokesperson of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ima Powerful, came out to say that there is nothing like IPOB political wing. He said it, that there is nothing like IPOB political wing at all. But now you can see that these guys have continued making headway, and from what is going to happen to Oraboeze, or maybe the plans they have for Ngozi Oraboeze, this will tell you the people who plotted Ekpa's arrest. First, there is another information that drops. A lot of people are now accusing Oraboeze for toppling Simon Ekpa's government, that he did a coup. But of course, you know that Ekpa is in the Finnish government detention custody. Or does it mean that Ngozi Oraboeze have maybe a hand in what happened? This is another information that just came in. Let's go down and look at that one. All is not well with the autopilot group, a breakaway faction of the indigenous people of Biafra. Somebody wrote it like this. I have to still read it the way it was written so that you understand these people's heart, their anger, and you know how they don't like Ekpa and his team. As Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze, chief of staff to Mr. Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, have overthrown his principal. An insider source familiar with the development told Newsband newspaper. Though this comes barely a month after the Finnish government announced that Ekpa will remain in detention as his trial is scheduled to start in May 2025 after he was arrested for terror-related activities. Ekpa was taken into custody alongside 4 other suspects to be his financiers. Ngozi, a former chairperson of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Atlanta, United States, the insider source revealed, has made some changes in the cabinet of the newly declared United States of Biafra in Finland. He abruptly removed the group's Minister of Finance, Mr. Okechukwu Nkere. The sudden change is said to have infuriated other members of the cabinet, more especially Simon Ekpa's Minister of Information, who goes by the name Simon Ekpa Akparawa. The insider source told this newspaper that Ngozi masterminded the subtle coup so as to avoid what happened in IPOB after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, Ngozi has toppled Simon Ekpa. They don't want a repeat of what happened in the case of Nnamdi Kanu to happen again. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by the Nigerian government, there was nobody strong enough to take over from him after his deputy, Uche Okafomefo, voluntarily left the group. So, the charges Dr. Ngozi Orabueze made in the organization was a subtle coup d'etat. She is fully in charge now, the insider source said. Moreover, Akparawa, in a post on his X handle, queried Dr. Orabueze over the rush in changing everything in the organization. He also bashed Orabueze for attending security meetings of Biafra Defense Force. According to Mr. Akparawa, before Simon Ekpa was arrested, she was never allowed to attend security meetings of the Biafra government in exile. Why the rush in trying to change everything to herself in few days if Prime Minister is coming out? It was the rapid change by women in America getting into our defense that led to the sabotage and killing of General Ikonso. Prime Minister never gave you such access to Biafra Army. He never allowed you to attend security meetings. Why do you want to be there now? Akparawa said in a post on his X handle. In another round of posts, he warned some members of the autopilot group to desist from anchoring program to discuss about the incarceration of their leader if they don't have any privileged information. He said no one has spoken to Simon Ekpa since he was taken into custody, and also he has not approved any changes in the so-called Biafra government in exile. If you don't have any privileged information about the Prime Minister decisions, don't open a program and start defending anything. No one has spoken to PM since he went inside. He has not approved any changes. He has not approved the well list of Ngozi cabinet flying. He didn't remove the finance minister that stood by him for years in any ways. Ngozi is imposing decision and using Prime Minister's name. Biafrans, go and ask question. Can Prime Minister order his PA to be suspended to the detriment of the Biafra army? All right. All right. When I don't see as it happen, everything has changed. There was a video I posted on the 2nd of December, or on the either 2nd of December. No, not 2nd of December. I posted that video either on the 29th or 30th of November, or maybe around that time. And I observed what Ngozi Orabueze, what transpired between her and the one called the chief judge. And when I posted the video, I asked the people, make your comment, have your observation, drop your comment on the comment section. Let's discuss. Some people attacked me. A lot of people attacked me. They were saying, I don't know what I'm saying. This, that. Well, myself, I'm not playing the Biafra politics. I'm just a news analyst. But with the wisdom and also the technicalities of this work, I observed something. And now that thing is practically playing out. Meanwhile, happy Sunday to you and yours. This is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.